What's happening, everybody, and welcome to a cast. This one featuring a good friend of mine. Some of you know him as Banana Slayer. Currently he is Snowflake Finn. So I mean, this awesome replay. I'm really excited to cast. I just have to try to find my bearings because I've just been eating hot sauce, and hot sauce it clears out basically everything like in your throat, but it also like burns right after. So like, it has a little wonky starting out, that's why. So, but yeah, heading straight into this game. Seems like a good old, regular old pick should be, where everybody just picks at the final little second. And also, please do go ahead and subscribe. I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. Please do go ahead and subscribe. We're so close. We're so close to 50 subs. It's almost taunting. It's almost tauntingly close, but yeah. What else? Please do go ahead and subscribe. We got stuff planned for when we hit 50 subscribers. Still trying to figure out how the entire giveaway is gonna go down, but I will have that figured out by Sunday's vlog. So, boy, on the Radiant side, we got Axe, played by Cobalt. We got Shadow Fiend, played by Snowflake Finn with the Arcana set. It's absolutely incredible. Centaur Wallrunner. Where's my man at? There he is. Aqua. Will be on him. Vengeful Spirit. Steel? I think it might be. Steel and Sufoil will be going on bottom lane. Which means that currently the Centaur is up on solo top, but yep, he is actually. Because Axe is going to be running into the jungle. On Dire's side, we have H2O on the Queen of Pain, still trying to figure out her inventory. Dazzle is picked up by Lesha Tripes. Anti-Mage, our third Biceps, will be playing him. He's got a set, so you can only assume from that he's a pretty decent farmer, or at least he's got a different haircut than usual. Undying going toe-to-toe down on bottom lane with three heroes. Just going to decide to back off. Jedi Mind is on him, and last but not least, we got Shady on the Mirana with an awesome ass set. We actually already have a few heroes trading blows here. Our third Biceps going toe-to-toe with Aqua, but Aqua hasn't skilled yet, and it seemed as though he got the bounty rune, so a win for him, and he's forcing Anti-Mage to blow a bit of regen. But yeah, we got the Vengeful Spirit plus Slaughter on the bottom lane. X for now looks like we'll be in the jungle. Pretty common jungle build, even though I'm not a huge fan of the Ring of Protection. But nevertheless, Queen of Pain will be on mid up against the Shadow Fiend. And up on top lane we will have the solo Anti-Mage versus the Centaur Warren. And that means that we'll be having an aggro tri-lane on bottom lane. Probably looking to form up the Undying for him to get a couple of quick kills. It is difficult up against a lineup like this. There's a lot of stun potential down there for countering or for de-initiation, aka exfiltration. But nevertheless, we got the Axe just still trying to find some jungle creeps. Has gotten level 2 as of so far. Actually, Mirana rotating into the jungle might be looking to scout an Axe. She does have the arrow up and ready. Slaughter taking a bit of a harass down there. Actually, just maybe rotating mid. Seems like they do scout her out. They know she is coming, so Shadow Fiend has to probably back off. Shady just sitting in there for now. There is no vision, mind you, so he can't see Snowflake Finn. And now Axe running in, trying to see if he can force her off. Shadow Fiend currently at mid, taking quite a lot of harass off the Queen of Pain. There is no Scream though, but it's just gonna blink in and get the first blood. Very unfortunate. And down on bottom lane we have the Undying getting stun locked to death. Does manage to blow the tombstone right underneath towers, but that might actually enable them for a turnaround. There is a decay up and running in a second. There it is. That's the one kill for the Undying. Has actually quite a lot of health. Does have another decay up in a few seconds. That should be more than enough with the stun. Beautiful play there by Vengeful Spirit. Is able to make it out with 21 HP. Nope, Arrow is gonna clip her and take her down. Blind Raise, not really gonna amount to a whole lot. Neatly played by the Dire team so far. And the hoof stomp on the Mirana. If they can go for it if they want to, there's an axe up and available. And it's actually gonna go for it. It's not gonna do a whole lot damage-wise, but nah, no races. Bit of a miscommunication, I think. Slaughter just once again trying to form up bottom lane. That was very, very unfortunate for him to die so early, seeing the fact that he's it's difficult to bet against an enemy to actually try to outfarm him. And that's currently what he has to do. And the Anti-Mage leading the CS board up against this this Centaur Warner, who's not been having much. Has been trying. Looks like he's going for fast pair triangles, but down in bottom lane is the place where it's going to happen. As these two up on top, they don't have an amazing like benefit of killing each other. Right now they just both want to farm up, so I am predicting that that lane is going to be rather passive. Queen of Pain now going in on the Shadow Fiend. He's taking a whole lot of damage. I don't think he has the damage to deal with it, and there's no axe to help him out, and there's the salve into death for stuff like that. Very, very fortunate there. H2O doing good right here off the bat. Taking the right moments to jump on the kills, and she should be leading at least in gold per minute, and also experience by actually quite a significant amount. And Anti-Mage farming very, very well on the, up on top lane. Axe now getting his hands on the Tranquil Boots. But in getting his hands on those, that's going to increase his jungle efficiency by a decent amount. He could actually just do the old trick and drop the boots, run into the camps, and then put the boots back on once he's back out. Because that's gonna not reset the boots each time he takes when he actually attacks and or takes damage. There they are. For the Centaur Warren as well. So he doesn't have to spend a whole lot of time on regen anymore. He can pretty much back off. And up against the Anti-Mage, that is a decent thing to do when you get in trouble. He's actually just going to go straight in for a double edge. Does have trouble handling his HP, and now the salve is going to get popped, so the only thing he's got for regen is the Triangle Boots. Actually, jungle rotation coming in here from Undying. He's trying to look for the Slardar. Yes, he is going to find him starting out. Now Dazzle coming in. Tombstone is going to get dropped. Slardar trying to get away. Stun is going out on Undying as well, but no kills so far. Rotations are coming in. Shady might want to get his hands on that axe for now. He's going to try to. There could be an arrow up and available. Is she going to throw it yet? Has actually thrown it not too long ago. Undying wanting to get that kill, but diving too far. There is no second stun, no mana. The wave of terror consumed slightly too much. Now there's the arrow. It's only going to connect on the creeping. Oh, this Sonic wave, unfortunately, taking out the Slardar. Actually, Undying dropping as well. But that was still a 1-for-1 trade, and it's pretty darn even. Slightly going to the advantage of the Dire side. But nevertheless, we do have actually a decent Mirana going on as of right now. Has picked up the Ring of Aquila. Arrows have not been amazing, but she's been doing a decent job of staying out of too much trouble and just generally being an assist. And now the stun going out on Mirana should definitely fall off the back of this. And there was even a stampede being committed for that. Undying now back into the fray. I mean, this is his time to shine, and he's only 1-1-1. And Anti-Mage just casually farming up on top. As you guys have probably seen in so many of my previous casts, you cannot let an Anti-Mage farm at all. Like, you just can't. He's gonna just snowball out of control and murder you in the late game. Completely murderize you. You have the Shadow Fiend. I think he might be taking jungles for now. Undying also chilling back a bit with while he's being solo on the lane. Now the rotation coming in from the Queen of Pain does see the Centaur War, and they're probably going to try to go for it. Centaur going to cancel his Hoof Stomp. For now, Queen of Pain going really, really aggressive up against this. Now the counter initiation, the Hoof Stomp, and now the Shadow Fiend comes in. She's going to try to blink away. She should be able to in about 7 seconds, if that is going to be enough time. There's an arrow. Arrow actually connecting. Beautiful arrow there by Shady, unfortunately. Late initiation or counter initiation there by Axe, but I did not actually see that arrow get thrown. I would have loved to. But yeah, beautiful arrow. Really catching out the Shadow Fiend there. And H2O continuing his streak.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And yes, RAGG called out by the Vengeful Spirit as Slardar is having issues handling the damage of the decay. Undying, trying to clear out some of the trees with the tombstone, and now he's gonna fall as well. Slardar having a lot of trouble. Undying now gonna find the Vengeful Spirit, and there should be a decay up in a second. Oh, the arrow. Gonna take the kill, and that's the bottom tower gone. This is a disaster for the Radiant as of right now to lose a dual lane like that. Seeing the fact that Centaur's not that farmed as well, I mean, you're in trouble. The Axe is actually the most farmed guy in the team, and he's not even at the Blink Dagger yet. Meanwhile, on Entomage, he's just having free farm top. They really need to do something about this. Luckily, Undying does wear off in the late game, and there's the stun, the Stampede as well, trying to go for the kill. There is a shallow grave, but that should not be enough for the Axe donk. Now Dazzle trying to run away. Is he gonna donk again? That is the question. I would love to see that. Nope, not gonna waste the mana. But now it's the Blink Dagger up for Axe. This guy's looking very, very solid. We've actually seen the Shadow Fiend die once again. I'm not really sure where he died, but he is 0-4-0 against this. This is not looking too good for him. His farm is mediocre as well. At least compared to what he could be doing. I mean, he's getting outfarmed by Queen of Pain currently, who's just rushing straight Axe, it seems. I would not recommend doing that. I would recommend getting an Orchid first and then going for Axe, because you need something more than an Axe if you're like a roaming Queen of Pain. Plus, until the Entomage gets going, oh, blink away. Of course, but until the Entomage gets going, you really need to be the center of attention, and we gotta fight down on mid lane. Queen of Pain almost gonna get donked. Very, very close. Mirana is gonna beat the trade, however. Nice, very, very nice decay coming up from Undying. Actually catching 3 out on that, so it's gonna give him quite a lot more health. Has not gone for the Flesh Golem yet. Probably be a good idea. The good thing about decay is, of course, the strength steal. The 40 extra damage doesn't really do that much. It is the 4 strength steal that does.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Vengeful Spirit rotating down on bottom lane. They could at least try to clip the tower just a little bit here. Try to get a little bit of damage in on it. They have done a tiny amount, about 100 to it. But they should have, yep, a catapult in the next wave. So, but the rotation toy coming down. Dazzle going straight south, while Mirana just working her way through that jungle. Or through that forest. It's not really a jungle. And now the rotation in from the behind. If they can catch them out, they actually have a ward in the lane that should spot out at least the Slardar as of right now. They know he's there. Now it's just a matter of finding him. They're stopping for now. They know he's going to be coming in there. Undying now coming in. Is he going to drop the tombstone? Is actually going to get minus armor. That is an issue. Stampede coming out as well. There is a lot of speed up on this Slardar. Vengeful Spirit going to TP out, going to manage easily. There is actually a stun available if they want to go for the counter initiation. Axe now coming in. Where's the stun? There's the second minus armor. Undying having trouble actually handling the damage. There's just too much on it. He is quite a tanky guy, and stun unfortunately only clip in 1. But the donk securing a bit of extra movement speed for them to chase down the Dazzle for now. If they want to get more, they can. Bad path fighting there from Undying. Centaur has found the guy he was looking for, but not gonna take the kill. Actually, Undying very, very aggressive here. If the next Hoof Stomp clears or clips him, he's gone. Now actually rotation in from Queen of Pain. There should be a Sonic Wave available, and there it is. That is gonna completely run him dry, but is it too much? There is minus armor on her, so she's gonna fall as well, and now Undying just gonna come in with a nice little courtesy. Fuck you, decay. So what do we got? Amplify damage. I'm just gonna call it minus armor because it's a lot easier to have to deal with. By the way, this skill is very, very underrated. If you look at it, minus 20 in armor, that is quite a lot. That is quite a decent amount. If you look, that's pretty much When Anti-Mage is strongest, that's pretty much all of his armor gone. And he's not a tanky guy. Like, at all. And even damage amplification in most other heroes, especially up against this Undying, who's very, very strength reliant. And also the Dazzle and the Mirana. And the Vengeful Spirit, of course, only a minor inconvenience if killed with the Vengeance aura. Once she gets that up and running, and now catching out the Anti-Mage, the stun is out. Oh, unfortunate swap there, actually hitting the axe. Might have been a bit too quick on the stun after the axe call. You gotta note that there is now 3.2 seconds. There was 2.8 before, so enough time to land that stun and actually have Slaughter come in with the full stun lock, but they managed to find him once again, and this should be enough for a donk. Oh, the unfortunate arrow hitting axe, and he's just sitting there, not able to do anything. There's minus armor now, up in the Mirana, but able to jump into the forest and TP back out. Unfortunate plays here. This Anti-Mage is juking and jumping left and right, and he's actually still out there. Build of strength. I'm not sure if he's gonna build that straight into a basher. Would seem that he is. Or just finish up his power charge, you know, whatever. Whatever floats his boat. Now Centaur Warner getting initiated upon. Down on bottom lane, Undying. Getting that tombstone down might be all for nothing. Nope, the Shallow Grave is gonna come out and that is the kill, but the Shallow Grave is not gonna last long enough, so counter kill for the Centaur Warner. So same amount of gold, but Undying gets the experience. Very, very unfortunate. Shadow Fiend still just farming up the jungle, has actually gotten his hands on a Staff of Wizardry. I'm not super familiar with Shadow Fiend, so I'm not sure what's that entirely going to get used on, but I do know that Anti-Mage is not having a good time up against this Shadow Fiend, and it's a weakness of his. It is a weakness. Mirana, just chilling back. Might actually get scouted here by an axe. Nope, actually just in the tree line for the fog not to detect. Now the TP's coming in. They have enough guys in the area. Arrow gonna land. Queen of Pain, they're committing quite a lot on this guy. If they want to go for the full scream, not gonna. If they wanted to go for the full scream, it might have been worth it, but there was no counter initiation. People were scattered all over the place, and they did not expect that to be a Queen of Pain. But yeah, nevertheless, Centaur farming up nicely. These guys are very, very blink reliant with the axe. And the Centaur Warren probably needing a blink, and the Slaughter as well if he's if he wants a good stunning. But they have quite good stun. They have the Slaughter, they have the Vengeful Spirit, they have the Centaur Warner, and the axe as a disable. So these guys might want to consider getting a bunch of BKBs because their stun potential is only on Mirana landing an arrow, and that's not anything I would rely on because it's difficult. And Queen of Pain done with the Aghanim Scepter, so she can pretty much like spam that all she wants. Actually not going for level 2 in it just yet, which I find kind of surprising, in fact that she does have a an Aghanim Scepter to amplify it. Damage is decently efficient. Stun actually going out and Undying, but not really going to amount to a whole lot. Now the Vengeful Spirit. It's just going to get clipped by a bit of damage. And oh, he's gonna get amplified once again. This guy's not getting a break in. What was that I saw? That was a Yule Scepter up on the Shadow Fiend. That might be a good item for him because he's been having trouble coping with basically getting stunned constantly, getting picked off, just like left and right. A Yule's is gonna enable him to get a lot more attack or movement speed. But up on top lane, we do have a fight, so I'm gonna hang on to that thought. Queen of Pain taking all of the damage, and there's the donk to finish up through the Shallow Grave. Of course it does, and there is the arrow coming in. Who's that going to connect on? The axe, the unfortunate victim. Undying now eating most to all of the damage. Amplified damage is out, but there is also minus armor on the Slaughter, and now Queen of Pain, Vengeful Spirit is now going to get chased down. It's going to manage to stun the Undying, but 4 for 1 was looking so promising up until that point. Shadow Fiend. Just sitting in there. Might want to go for a kill or two. It's just going to go for the blind races. Should be able to. That's one. Now the Anti-Mage. Wanting to get in on the action. Nice little dodge by the Shadow Fiend there. And they don't want to chase underneath a 2-2.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Not at this point. And if you actually look at the graphs, this Anti-Mage is quite an efficient farmer. Plus, he's gonna get a tower, isn't he? So his GPM is 554 at 18 minutes without a Midas, and that's rather decent. His net worth is ridiculous. It seems to be going for a Yasha here for starters. Axe. That right there looks a lot like a finished blade mail, and that's gonna actually help him out a lot. He's been having trouble coping with the damage even within the Berserker's Calling. That's gonna like allow him to return most of it. Most to all of it. So now he just has to build tanky. Oh god, I'm sorry, Centaur, but I hate these wards. They're nasty. They're like properly nasty. They are gathering up for a team fight here. They could take it. It's 2 versus all 5 actually. Shadow Fiend just returning back to the jungle. They want to go for it. It's probably not a good idea anymore. They do have 2 TPs coming in here, so it's going to be a 4 versus 3. There's a Centaur Warrior. If he can lure them out, yep. They know he knows they're moonlighted. Now Queen of Pain gonna commit a lot onto the Centaur. Nice arrow, gonna be able to stun him, and he should fall rather fast. I don't think I want to jump in on that axe. He just did. Oh dear. Oh no, now they're fighting on the back foot. That is never a good thing. Possibly just try to get out. Oh, Queen of Pain, or not Queen of Pain, Vengeful Spirit. Eating that. And the arrow barely gonna miss just off its marking. Vengeful Spirit gonna trade her life for the axis, so. Rather decent play there. And Schlot almost only managing to get out. They're still not quite combat ready yet though. But the unfortunate thing is that the more time you give the Anti-Mage, the bigger he gets, and right now is the time to take him. He's not in fighting condition yet. Shadow Fiend just backing out of a little fight there. And I chill up on middle lane. We do have an engagement. Mirana first getting stomped by the axe, and there's the donk to secure the kill on the Queen of Pain, and axe taking a double kill off the back of this. Undying now getting swapped in with basically everybody. Axe is here for the donk again. Nope, Shadow Fiend gonna be taking that kill, and now Dazzle should be able to, should be falling again, and they should be able to take a tier 1 mid off the back of this. That was an amazing fight right there. The amount of gold change. At least for the axe was very, very significant experience-wise for the Slaughter. So he's got his hands on his Blink Dagger now. This is gonna help him out a lot, both with mobility. I mean, they have the team fight. They have to jump on these guys because they have 4 heroes with Blink Daggers and chain stuns for days. And there's the middle tower. They're just gonna back off the back of this. Smart move, not wanting to lose anybody else. And Anti-Mage might be chasing, or might be actually pushing a bit off to the far side. They're gonna back off right here at the end. Ultimate Orb is out on him, so that is gonna get turned into a Manta style, which is a very, very common item on him. And down in mid lane, we do have the Queen of Pain trying for an Ogre Club, which is probably gonna get turned into a BKB eventually, which is a really, really good choice to prevent that constant stun lock coming out from these guys. And they want the Shadow Fiend. Did have a TP out. Very, very unfortunate. Wasted rotation. And now coming in towards the bottom lane, there is an Invis Vengeful Spirit actually catching all of them out. They see him, and now they can take a fight on their terms. There is an axe. Maybe wanting to go for something. Oh, nice little dodge there off the decay, and they're picking off the Queen of Pain once again. Dazzle, there's a Moonlight Shadow up and running, and unfortunately nobody's gonna get clipped by that little Berserker's Call. Otherwise we might have had a fight in our hands. Dazzle, not wanting to go underneath the tower. This is gonna get caught out, and that should be it. Donk, able to finish off. Zax has been getting some very, very good and satisfying donks. That's really responsible for half the kills team, or half the team's kills. Shadowfiend might have gotten himself in a little bit of a mess here. Actually gonna try for the anti-mage. Fortunately, not gonna be able to do enough damage and gonna try to retreat out. There's an arrow gonna be clipping him there and got himself caught out. But now the backup arrives just half a second too late, but they do manage to pick up from Mirana off his death. And there is an Undying. Ready for a beating. Shadow or Anti-Mage can just stand by and watch pretty much as the entire ordeal goes down. There's a lot of mana burn, but it's probably not worth it to go in. And they want him to. They want him to, but it's not going to happen. And the turnaround, as of right now, is looking rather decent. 5k. Managed to switch it, to swing it back around from. And this is a way more teamfight heavy team, which means that the BKBs are imminent. Queen of Pain currently working on hers. And Undying currently just going for a Crimson Guard. I mean, his time is closing on being done. He is a very, 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 very early game-minded hero, and there's the ulti. Just gonna pop that just in their faces. It's fine though, because she does only have a 40-second cooldown, but does manage to clip a couple.
Tis mine.
And the anti-mage. Just gonna try to farm up for now. There is a bottle of Shadow Fiend. For Shadow Fiend bottling a regen rune, so we might see a bit more of some aggressive plays coming out here. Undying. Sitting back. And now Centaur Warrunner jumping in on the Queen of Pain. They know she's there, but they just don't manage to find her. They might need a dust for this. Unfortunate play there. And a TP back out towards mid lane, where the Axe does have a Yule Scepter up against his anti-mage, who is chasing really, really deep. If he gets stunned, it could be trouble. He is going to be able to blink out. No, actually, he wasn't. Axe got the damage from the Axe Blade Mail. Unfortunately, he did not see that coming. He just kind of disappeared. Undying now getting stunned for starters, and Queen of Pain coming in with the Sonic Wave to pick up a beautiful kill. Counter initiation from Slaughter. This is a very, very messy team fight. Now Shadowfiend coming in from the rear, trying to get his hands on this Queen of Pain, who is able to blink out. And now the Undying is the target. He does have quite a lot of strength, but it should definitely actually be enough. There are no stunts, and there's a Mirana. Easy pickings there. Queen of Pain now back into the fray with very, very low HP. She does not have mana for the next jump. No charges, and that should be it for her. There's the race. Ouchie. And that was very, very unfortunate. They only managed to get their hands on the Vengeful Spirit. And don't think Anti-Mage saw that Blade Mailing coming, because he just completely destroyed himself for an axe. Fight recap tells all of it. And now the Hooded Defiance. Smart move coming up from the Centaur Warriors. Some people would maybe have gone for a... oh, actually, Anti-Mage going toe-to-toe here with the axe, and is losing it. 2-1. He does have a blink available if he wants to, but this time he's going to be able to get the Mana Void off in time. But yeah. Like I was saying, but I forgot, Centaur Warrior, the amount of magic damage actually coming out from these guys is quite tremendous. There's the Dazzle, got quite a decent amount. Sonic Wave, basically in the... that is pure, excuse me. Scream of Pain, Shadow Strike, Mana Void should be as well. Yes, that is magic damage in the Mirana as well, so getting some reduced damage on you, or getting some reduced magic damage, is very, very neat. Because that's pretty much gonna halve the damage of the arrow, which actually does quite a lot. On its own, it's a small nuke. If you will, the potential damage is 460, and that's not pleasant. That's gonna be reduced to about 200. Slaughter trying to farm up Ancients. for now. Actually got his getting his hands on maybe either a Shiva Squad or an AC for as of right now. Axe taking out Anti-Mage. I would have loved to see that fight. These guys are clashing together like no tomorrow. And Anti-Mage actually going for probably a smart move, trying to go for a Reaver because he's getting picked off constantly here. And now the tower should fall. There's a double damage rune up on Shadow Fiend, so this tower should pretty much be toast, and there's nothing they can do about it. So the slow but steady turnaround out from this Radiant team. And there it is, Shadow Fiend taking the tower there. Does have way too much gold, to say the least. He could go and spend it all, but towers are more important as of right now. Centaur just gonna go defense up against the creep werewolf down the bottom tower. Is another fortification coming out, which I feel is a bit unnecessary because that tower is gonna fall anyway, and they should not be pushing any further than they currently are. But yeah, 5.3k gold up in the Shadow Fiend. This guy's been farming like a monster recently, and Anti-Mage has kind of forgotten about his farming. You pretty much just want to constantly farm on Anti-Mage until you're making a difference. And he is 3-2-0. Which is not really the thing you want. Excuse me, I gotta have my water sometimes because my throat is saying no. But we gotta power through it. They didn't want to go for the Roshan. If they can get away with it, which it seems like they can, they should be decently able to take it. And there is no detection coming out. They're not in the right spot. There is a ward up for him, so they know if anything's coming. But actually, if you're going for the reverse snatch here, Green of Pain, this Roche is falling way too fast. They do know that something's up. Everybody are missing. Axe gonna be coming in for the call. And there is the initiation up from Centaur Warren. They are gonna eat the entire Sonic Wave there. BKB out from Queen of Pain. They want to finish this Roche up off the back of this fight. Now, Shadow Fiend is gonna run in with an ultimate. How much damage is that gonna do? Almost killing the Undying very, very close. A Raze is gonna finally finish him off. But Anti-Mage getting his hands on the Ages of the Immortal. And they did trade the Undying for it, but I would still say it's worth it to get one on Shadow Fiend, or not on Shadow Fiend, on the Anti-Mage, and Vengeful Spirit getting chased. This should be very, very painful if the axe hadn't gone in. Just completely, senselessly jumping in on everybody. Where are the stuns? Where's the backup? The dodge from Mirana is imminent. Slaughter having to try to run away. There is a blink up in a second, but not able to get it off. And there's no other sprint. Ouchie, the Mono Void. This is a disaster for the Radiant. Just going in one-on-one, or one at a time, and taking kills, or getting picked off constantly. Yikes. Naturally, Shadow Fiend going for the nice little butterfly there. That's gonna help him up against the right click damage with the Anti-Mage, so he's gonna be having trouble laying down all that damage that he's got. And he's closing in on his own heart. That right there can be one of two things. It can either be a sheepstick, or it can be a Shiva Squad. I'm not sure which as of right now. Both items would make a lot of sense. But we'll see how it goes. Oh, nice reaction there from Anti-Mage. Quick on his fingers and already back out farming. His farm rate is rather huge as of right now. Has not forgotten about farming. I take back my own words. Oh, the Slaughter is going to be able to find Anti-Mage, and there's the lock on him. Though no donk. And there is the Ages of the Immortal getting blown. Undying getting armored up, now going beast mode. As well as Vengeful Spirit actually swapping the axe in up against the Anti-Mage. Did of course also have a better chance of actually escaping, but he is going to get picked up by the Mono Void in the end, so 2 heroes for only an Aegis. And now Anti-Mage might actually even be able to find the kill anyway, but they're gonna back off. Or at least until the creep wave arrives. Yikes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Both teams playing very, very aggressive in this matchup. There are a lot of fights going on. As Shadow Fiend, oh, was that a force staff? That might have been. Now Anti-Mage actually jumping in, way off to the early side. It's gonna get used up into the air, into the ulti. There is a shallow grave up on him, but that should not really matter, as Anti-Mage does get his hands on the heart. And nice swap into the fountain. Free of Pain not being careful, but the Anti-Mage's heart is done. So he's gonna be. That's pretty much all the health he'll ever need. And now Axe, oh, jumping in on 3, catching all of them. It's gonna get Yules. And there's the donk. Not gonna hit though. Slaughter gonna be taking that kill, so Axe should pretty much fall. Anti-Mage still alive down there. Buyback from Axe. If they want to try to do reinitiation, it's gotta be off the back of him, but looks like they will fall back for now, seeing the fact that they have lost 2 heroes. Oh, Slaughter gonna eat an arrow. There's a Mirana gonna go for the leap. They should manage to actually get back out of here. Meanwhile, the top tower is gonna fall. Might have done a bit better of rotating one of them top to get that deny off on that tower, but it's easy to think like that once you're actually watching the entire replay. Anti-Mage jumping up on the high ground is now gonna get Yules. They have managed to catch him. Ouchie, 1 stun. Where's the second one? They did commit all of the stuns at the same time, and he's not even dead yet. Oh my word. There it is. Blinking on the rays. Shadow Fiend taking that kill. And it's becoming an increasing factor in this game, as he does have 2.3k HP. And that looked rather painful. And now that the Anti-Mage is down, they might want to decide to actually try for a push down mid lane. Roche is being generous this time, not taking too long to respawn. This right here should be minimal time. Free of Pain can come in with the Sonic Wave. Is only going to clip the axe, but he took quite a lot of damage off the back of that. Might want to get his hands on a Hood of Defiance, if not a pipe. Which I'm kind of surprised that Centaur has not turned it into, but nevertheless, they are going to back off, seeing the fact that it's a tough fight going in up against all these guys. There is no Moonlight Shadow though, and there is no ultimate from the Queen of Pain, but that's only a matter of time before that is back up and running. That right there looks a lot like a refresher. That would be a bold move. Very, very bold move to go for a refresher. But then again, that is quite a lot of damage. That is a bit more than that's about 600 damage on the Centaur. Very, very close to, at least. It's closing in on 1200 damage. 1150. 1150 damage. And now Slaughter got his hands on the Assault Cuirass, and that's going to make wonders for him. Has been taking a long time building it. This farm is not very good. 65 last hits, has been fighting way up to the much side, if you will. And Anti-Mage still farming up. I mean, this guy's not gonna stop until he has every single item in Dota. Axe getting 4-step forward. They have managed to find an Undying, but it's not a kill they want to commit too much on, but they are doing it. There's the ulti coming in from Queen of Pain. It's only gonna clip pretty much all of them. Very, very nice to set up ulti. Yules up on Axe, trying to keep himself alive just for a little bit. Slaughter is gonna fall, and Axe just running off to the back. He's not even dead yet. They do manage to see him. Queen of Pain try to get the kill in on him. And is he gonna die? As of right now, not yet. But he should end up falling. Yep. There it is. And that was a 3-for-1. So much for an Undying. That's why you gotta watch out when you're initiating onto this guy. He's not worth a whole lot anymore. Net worth is some of the lowest. With the Anti-Mage is the guy you want to initiate upon. The unfortunate damage reduction, though. That is why the Vengeful Spirit is only a minor inconvenience. But now the reinitiation from Centaur Warren, actually clipping all of them with it, and Shadow Fiend taking one and Centaur taking the other. Nice initiation there, and taking it without losing anything. Just wandering in, doing it, and wandering back out again. Absolutely perfect. And Centaur actually buying a gem of True Sight, which is a very, very bold move. And there's the Plate Mail, so that's going to be a Shiva's Guard. Again, both items would make sense in this particular game, but Shiva's Guard is definitely a good choice for the team fights. Now to swap in on the Anti-Mage, they should be able to take him out off the back of this. The chain stuns for days, he's just gone. Was not able to handle the damage. Mirana now getting used and is going to get taken out here in the end. Slaughter taking that kill, and the push down mid lane is imminent. That is a very, very bold ward right there. Just out of sight of everybody. Of all the towers. But yeah, that right there is a mid lane tower. At least. And the extra illusions out from the Shadow Fiend. You need to get their hands on that tower right there. And there's the Shiva's Guard and the Blade Mail up from the Undying, so he's pretty much the beefy guy, except for the fact that the Anti-Mage does have more health. And actually a Linken's, unfortunately, I just completely screwed up my Linken's. But yeah, of course that's going to be a Linken's on the Queen of Pain. A bit of a weird item progression. Now the ultimate. Gonna fly. And not really going to mount to anything. Now the stun coming in from the Centaur Warren. The Queen of Pain jumping in. Now would have been a good time for the ultimate. It's going to miss every single spell in the book. And tier 3 almost gone. And Anti-Mage just back up and respawning in 14 seconds. Alex once again farming up the jungle nicely. I am apparently looking at mud golems. That is not what I want to do. Yeah, nevertheless, the farming is going well for these guys. They're turning it around quite efficiently. And with the only the Queen of Pain and the Anti-Mage to carry this team to victory, it's not going to be easy, seeing the fact that Radiant, they have the Slot Art, the Axe, and the Centaur Warner, who has currently finished up a Shiva's. So yeah, that is definitely something. And now actually they're pushing from top lane. They are pushing 3 heroes, and Shadow Fiend now going to go for the MKB. Is there Butterfly out yet on the Anti-Mage? Actually not yet, which I'm kind of surprised about, but it is going to add mini bashes and a whole lot of extra damage, so kind of surprised he's actually been managed to do without lifesteal for so long. With the arrow fly, that's going to land on Slardar, but no initiation of it. H2O. It's going to be wandering in on the outside. We might see a fight here. So nice swap. First into the Undying. So he's going to fall quite fast. They do manage to blow a lot of spells on that. Axe is going to eat an arrow, but that is still 3 versus 4. And there is no nether swap, however. But there is a very, very tasty Queen of Pain. And they're committing the Stampede. They're committing everything to chase her. Now the Berserker's Call and the ultimate is gonna fly. Vengeful Spirit gonna eat an arrow. There's the Shiva's Guard. On pretty much nobody. The only one there is the Mirana, and she should fall almost if the axe was there. He does have a bit too low HP. Mirana, they're just letting her run away. They're actually going on the Dazzle instead. And Anti-Mage chasing very, very deep, trying to go for the Shadow Fiend. Centaur there to try to help him. There is no stun up until that BKB is stunned and dealt with. There's the stun, trying to commit it. Nope, actually not trying to commit it. Did look like he wanted to commit it and then cancel it, but the only one to fall is the Shadow Fiend, so they come out on top. If they had only gotten one more hit on the Mirana, that would have been it. And actually the Fusel Blade coming out for her. But yeah, I don't see that's gonna make, you know, like the biggest turnarounds compared to a tier 3 middle lane tower, which they will currently be working on. And Axe is sitting in the jungle for now. Probably good for him to get some easy farm. Centaur leading the charge down on mid lane together with the Vengeful Spirit and the Slaughter. There's a lot of physical damage resistance coming up from these guys. A pipe would be very much needed to actually help them out with that. But yeah, that right there should be melee racks at least. So a very intense game as we're heading into a nice nether swap. Once again on the Undying, this guy has not been catching a break. He's died 11 times, and Anti-Mage now on the buyback. They're not going to decide to actually go for the racks too fast. The Anti-Mage's buyback was very ballsy, and they actually just like forced that out of there. If he cannot find any other kills, that could be a problem. Looks like he won't. So he pretty much bought back for nothing. There's the blink. Axe is going to use him for now. If they're going to want to go for the counter initiation, they might decide to go ahead and do that, but not while the Anti-Mage or Shadow Fiend is not up yet. Diffusal Blade. Not really sure what they want to throw that on. Why she selected Diffusal Blade. Diffusal Blade is pretty much the counter to Medusa. That is their secret recipe that you gotta use to win up against her. But I'm not really sure at this point what she wants to throw that Diffusal Blade at. And it's raining outside as of right now. So if you guys can hear that, that is like some little taps. That's why it's raining. My microphone should be canceling out, but just in case you're wondering. Now Slaughter coming in. He is going to jump and going to catch all of them with the stun. There's the re-initiation on the Anti-Mage starting out, and he's going to fall quite fast. Shadow Fiend just going to eat that kill, and just going to take that kill, and the Aegis go in the way of Slaughter. This is the turnaround. This is the thing they've been waiting for. There, the tombstone is gone. And they pretty much got nothing to defend with. They have Queen of Pain, whose ultimate is still not up yet. And BKB is not up. And she only has an Aghanim Scepter. That's the issue. I mean, she's very fight reliant on that. Because right now, she doesn't have anything else. She doesn't have an Orc Kit. She doesn't have a like anything other than that to fight with. And there's the ulti, only gonna clip him a tiny bit, not even gonna care. Queen of Pain has been completely, she's done. She's done and dealt with. They just don't care. And there the bottom rack's gone, and if they're really, they might actually go greedy here. Nope, they're gonna back out for now. Queen of Pain coming back in, does have an ulti up and running at about 17 seconds. But then again, you know, it's not gonna matter all that much. Their health pool is just too high. Plus they have a Slaughter with an Aegis. So they need to defend up against supers twice now. On 2 lanes, which is already not too awesome. Shadow Fiend actually surpassing the Anti-Mage on farm, or at least on net worth. Has a Butterfly, Power Treads, Monkey King Bar, Yule Scepter, so he pretty much just needs to turn that bottle into something, and he can. He can if he wants to. He's got 4k gold, so. Now Mirana. It's gonna drop out. We're just gonna speed up past this until she does decide to return. There it is. It's a double damage from down the river. If they wanted it. Shadow Fiend does have the damage potential to actually make a lot of use out of one of those. There is 400 damage per hit out on that guy, and there are the BOTs that we've all been looking for. So his movement speed is now also ridiculous. So yeah, that just tells you a little bit about the life of Shadow Fiend. Ridiculous movement speed, ridiculous damage, ridiculous armor. Not an amazing health pool, but that's what you gotta expect from an agility hero. And there we might see a fight up here. They're not really in position to fight it. They do have a DC Mirana on a leash as of right now. The ultimate is going to come out, try to force him back. Yeah, they have Mirana on a leash. Undying is trying to desperately drag her into the fight. And now Axe is going to be jumping in first on the Dazzles. There's going to be no weave. Anti-Mage's coming back in under the cover of smoke. Slaughter popping a BKB, but they might want to just look to disengage off the back of this. Slaughter might fall. Not even. Anti-Mage making him a priority target. He is only gonna get the Aegis up and blown, but I don't think it's gonna matter all that much. There are just too many heroes in there. Now the counter initiation though, where's the stomp? There it is, gonna catch one. And Slaughter back for round 2, but it's just gonna fall too fast and no can do. Shadow Fiend did back out quite fast. Actually trying to go for the split push, trying to go for the rat. Just not able to do it fast enough, but they would not have won that team fight anyway. Initiation was just too poor and communication was not amazing. And Shadow Fiend might even fall. There's about 3 seconds. Actually just gonna come in ultimate and just gonna completely obliviate the Queen of Pain. Ouch! And gonna Yules. Just to celebrate. Holy hell. Okay, I'm speechless. That right there must have hurt so bad. Just walking up to a Requiem. How many damage? Damage reduction. 50%. Okay, that is, that's what it grants him. That right there was absolutely amazing. Ouch. So damage per 2 souls is 160, so let's just do the math here real quick. That's 80 per soul. Plus, or times 30. Equals ouch, basically. Yeah. Pretty much 80 plus 36. I cannot do that in my head, but that is some nice and healthy. We can actually just see when Queen of Pain returns, but I'm predicting some nice little plus 2,000 damage in burst. Holy hell. Some people often talk about, you know, what is the biggest burst you can actually get. I would say that right there pretty much is it. Yeah, 2,000, bit more than 2,000 health. That is pretty much the biggest burst, unless you stack Techie's Mines for days, but that's just plain boring. And he is big as of right now, the Shadow Fiend. He is, like, tremendously huge. The net worth on him is absolutely ridiculous. Still getting beaten, though, on last hits by the Anti-Mage, who's currently trying to farm up. He's only got the Mantis Style, the Battle Fury, and the Hunter Tarrasque for him. Where Shadow Fiend is still essentially back on 3.2k. I'm really wondering what he wants to go for. I would say that a some lifesteal would not be half that bad. But then again, he might have something bigger in mind. Now we see the Centaur Warren just sitting inside the woods in its natural habitat. Oh, the stun out on the Queen of Pain. There's the hoof stomp to double, and there's the axe. It's gonna come in for the total humiliation of this Queen of Pain, who's just become a non-factor in this game. Dazzle just having trouble dealing with the damage. And there it is. That's another kill. And the Mirana is now fully DC'd. So we will not be seeing any more of her.
Shadows take us.
And now they're free to control her. Might just sell her items to get some more onto this Anti-Mage if he does survive this ordeal. They do manage to just plainly take him down. No, it's just too much damage for him to handle. Undying now getting taken out. Or at least they're trying to handle him for now. Anti-Mage gonna get delayed. And the ulti, oh, he's gonna be able to dodge it. Undying now gonna fall as well. This is a disaster for the Dire. And this is GG. There's not a whole lot else to be done. Even Anti-Mage just taking too much damage from that Shadow Fiend. Ultimate once again from Queen of Pain, not even able to do a single thing to him. And Arrow only gonna clip the Vengeful Spirit, but that's the melee rack's gone. And actually now, Mansa Style, just to rub it in out from the Shadow Fiend. And that is it, that's the GG. Thank you all so much for watching. Still trying to hit 50, so if you haven't watched it yet, or haven't done it yet, please do go ahead and sub. When I do hit 50 subscribers, I'll be doing kind of a fancy giveaway. So please do go ahead and stay updated with what I do. I do a vlog every Sunday to kind of keep you guys updated with what's happening on my side of the screen. So, but anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you have replays you want to submit, please do go ahead and submit it on Reddit. There are a lot of talented casters, including me, just roam or trying to find good replays. So, but thank you all so much. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.